Good Thursday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldrich, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. It is cold. It is another winter-like day, even though today technically is the last full day of autumn. Now, that may not be what you hear on the radio. That may not be what you hear from the water cooler at work. But I will tell you that winter doesn't officially start till 10:27 tonight. So technically, this is the last full day of autumn because at night, it's not day. So anyway, I wanted to show you our temperatures. Right now, it's 28 degrees at McGee-Tyson Airport. It is 27 degrees in Oak Ridge. How cold are you this morning? I can tell you this, there's no wind at McGee-Tyson, so 28 feels like 28. And if I do some checking, which I can easily do on my smartphone, I can tell you that the low temperature this morning so far has been 26. And that occurred at 5:13 this morning. So I was expecting 27. We're now at 28. And we did dip as low as 26 at McGee-Tyson at 5:13 this morning. And Oak Ridge also fell to 26. So we've actually come up a degree. It may not feel like much, but 30 is the current temperature in Morristown, 27 in Crossville. And it's cold in Jacksboro. They're starting the morning off at 25. So if you're in that area, let me know. And there might even be a hint of fog where there is some gray areas. But visibility does not appear to be an issue. So let's get you at least out the door. I can tell you that we're still a far cry from the sunrise. That doesn't occur till 7:42. But if you're out the door here on December 21st, you're going to find a lot of high clouds. Clearly, it's dark now. But by the time we hit 10 a.m., should be in the mid-30s. And by the time we hit 2 o'clock, 53 degrees. You say, well, that's a lot better than yesterday, because yesterday we got up to 46 Knoxville and 49 in Oak Ridge. Got some notes to back that up. By the way, the normal high is 50 this time of year. Normal low is 32. But did you know we were at 0 degrees on this day? The record low for today from 1901. I don't know if there's many people who were alive back in 1901, but that's the record low, 0. So we're not obviously that cold. But I want to say good morning to you if you're on the call. I'm on YouTube. I see Steve Stone. He says good morning. He's got his happy face. I'll pop over here to Facebook. If you got a comment, let me know. Love to know how cold you are this morning. But I can tell you if you're headed out the door, you're going to certainly notice the chill, feel the chill, as some high clouds will continue to persist. But later tonight, we're going to be focused on the winter solstice because I guess it's not out of the realm to say season's greetings. We think of that around Christmas time. But winter solstice, it's a new season. The earth is tilted at 23 and a half degrees. Haven't had my coffee yet. The earth's tilt is what gives us our seasons. You may remember that from middle school. But certainly the days can vary. Sometimes it was, it's always the 21st. Well, not always. Sometimes it could be the 22nd. And if you look at June, the summer solstice on the opposite side of the ledger, it can occur on the 20th, the 21st, or 22nd. And we thank our astronomy friends because they keep precision numbers. Certainly the time frame this go-around is 10:27 tonight. So that will be technically the shortest day, longest night in the northern hemisphere. And that might be the time you want to maybe pull out a glass and have a toast. Whatever, maybe some eggnog. Some eggnog from Weigel's would be a good time to toast at 10:27 tonight when we usher in astronomically start of winter. By the way, the Ultimate Doppler Radar is quiet. The Ultimate Doppler Radar presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the best express car wash and vacuum in East Tennessee. It's like getting 2 car washes for the price of 1. It's awesome. And maybe a dry day like today might be one of those things. You know what? I want to get that car a little shinier before the holiday, before Christmas. You can do that. That's certainly one of those cool things because they can be found all over the map now. They're in Alcoa. They're in Newport. They are, well, goodness, they're in, I was going to say Newport and Athens, Jefferson City, Morristown, and they'll soon be in Clinton, Greenville, and Johnson City. So check out Tidal Wave Auto Spa. They are my sponsor for the Ultimate Doppler Radar. And you'll notice a couple of flakes still flying around the state of Maine. Still cold up there. And it looks like a wintry mix right along the Minnesota and Canadian line there. But really pretty quiet, all things considered. The lake effect snow machine has slowed down. There are some showers moving across parts of Texas, but if you're traveling today anywhere near Tennessee, it's A-OK, just cold. Hey, by the way, it's 19 in Jonesville. Could be worse. It's 33 in Jamestown. You're like, these temperatures are all over the map. We can't make up our mind. How cold is it? Well, if you're around Newport, I would suspect you're around 25. If you're around Athens, McMinn County, you're around 23. But Crossville, in the heart of Cumberland County, and around Lake Tansy, you're about 27 degrees. I want to say good morning to you. If you got a comment from me on Facebook, I see Melissa Sills. She says, good morning. Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. Thank you, Melissa, and to you as well. I don't know if you've done all your shopping. I have a lot of wrapping to do. My biggest fault around the holidays is I wait to the last minute to do the wrapping, and then there's no more tape. And you're like, where's the tape? And I'd have to make a run. You know what I mean? I don't. If you had that type of experience, let me know. Carrie says, good morning. Hope everyone has a fantabulous day. She's got her cup of coffee and a heart back to Carrie. She's one of my premium members on Facebook. Love to have you guys here doing this live. It is 6:45. We're on both Facebook and YouTube this morning. Now, I mentioned the winds aren't moving, so 28 feels like 28. But if I do see some numbers, I see, 5 miles an hour in Jamestown. I'm squinting here. 4 in Wartburg. These aren't winds. I've got us at 0 to 5 most of the day today. 0 to 5 miles an hour. And where there is a wind chill, well, it's what you see on the screen. About 24 in Wartburg. Feels like 26 degrees in Kingston. Now, temperature outlook over the last 24 hours, we've actually warmed up a couple of degrees 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. As I mentioned, actually the last 2 mornings, yesterday morning, the morning before that, we were 25. And I just mentioned we hit 26 this morning. So we've been in the mid-20s the last 3 mornings. That changes tonight because tonight we'll be dropping into the lower to mid-30s. You say, well, that's kind of balmy. Yeah, it's chilly, but it won't be as cold tonight because we're going to find an abundance of cloud cover, an abundance of clouds heading into your Friday morning. Now, as we look at the temperatures, current temperatures, for traveling purposes, it is cold in Johnson City. They're at 22. But compare and contrast that to Lexington, they're at 37. It's 28 currently in Chattanooga. And if you were to travel far east, like Charlotte, Greensboro, they're coming in at 29 degrees this morning. So very cold, maybe further east, but still a little milder in Memphis. They're at 42. I mentioned these high clouds. They're going to characterize most of the day. As you can see, they're kind of coming in and out. Some of the thicker clouds at this hour seem to be setting up between Morgan County, Roane County, and down toward McMinn County. But they'll come and go, and we'll find some hazy sunshine thrown in for good measure. Here's a bigger picture. And there's still more clouds back toward Paducah, and there's a thicker batch near Memphis, so this is kind of the pattern. No rain expected. Here's the sunrise and sunset times here on a Thursday. Sunrise is at 7:42 tomorrow. This morning. I was about to say tomorrow morning, but this morning it's 7:42, and it goes down at 7:26 now. Excuse me, that's a misprint. That should be 5:26. Is when the sun sets this afternoon. Forgot to update that, but that is a minor change. 54 in Oak Ridge. That's my expectation. 54 for a high today in Morristown. If you're in Newport, I wouldn't be surprised if you hit 57 today. 55 for Crossville, as well as Fairfield Glade. 53 for Wartburg, and 54 for Oneida in the heart of Scott County. So that's where I expect to be this afternoon. If you're on the call, let me know. I'm coming back on camera. I want to get to your comments. I saw one from Steve Stone a moment ago here on YouTube, and that's where Steve is. And I got Marilyn Bell over here. She says, good Thursday morning, everyone. Good morning, Marilyn. Merry Christmas to you. And she says, well, good morning. And then Felicia's Crafty Adventures. She says, happy Thursday. Glad Felicia's here. She's usually out and about. If you have any updates, Felicia, on things to do, I know this is a big family time, but sometimes families, they get cooped up. And they want to either go to the movies or something you want to do. Maybe you've got an event. Let me know. I'd love to share that with everyone watching. So we come back to our high temperatures today. Here's where I expect to be. 55 degrees would be actually 9 degrees warmer than it was yesterday at McGee-Tyson. As I mentioned, we hit 46. And Oak Ridge hit 49 yesterday. There was a 3-degree difference just between McGee-Tyson Airport and Oak Ridge on, say, Wednesday. Now, headlines kind of spell it out for us. It's going to be a bit milder today. But I do expect the warming trend to come in on time for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday's Christmas Eve. Rain showers will develop on Christmas. I know what you're thinking. Boo. That's kind of Grinch-like. I'm just the messenger. But rain showers on Christmas will be developing. And, that's just the way it goes. It may not be that heavy, probably a ½ inch, maybe a quarter inch or less. That's all I expect at this point. But somewhere between a quarter and a ½ inch, I think, will be reasonable to expect on Christmas Day. So Santa might be doing the floss. Rudolph, of course, can handle any kind of weather. Maybe more accustomed to snow, but they can handle rain just as easily. And they'll get the presents in on time, I'm sure, this Christmas. So I want to Merry Christmas to all of you. By the way, I want to show you how this pattern is going to change. This may be all that you talk about. Well, the next 2 slides, this one and the snow one, I'm going to show you where things go because nothing stays the same. It's kind of like the ocean. You could take snapshots of the beach, of the ocean waves, and if you did, it's just like a snapshot in time. But if you've been to the beach, those waves just keep doing this every second of the day. It doesn't stop at night, just keeps going, and that's kind of the way the atmosphere is. Because think of it, it's water vapor, water, ocean, water. Yeah, I can see the analogy, right? So look at the warmer air in yellow and green. That moves across Dallas, Wichita. This takes us to about right into Christmas Eve. So we stay relatively warm. You can see the arrows. So we're going to have a little warming trend right through Christmas and some rain showers expected. But then watch the colors. I took the arrows off just so you can see the cold air starts to pour in here before the end of the year. That means we could see some snow before the end of the month. Now, if all you hear is like, la, la, I heard rain at Christmas, and if you stop there, you don't get the whole picture. That's why I wanted to show you. It's going to get colder before the end of the year, and we could have some snow possibilities there. Then let me lock and reload. Let's bring more cold air. There's the 31st. That's New Year's Eve. That could be some flakes flying with some colder air. But the real cold air is the purple. Notice how cold it is in Winnipeg, Minneapolis, and through Canada as the stratospheric warming process takes hold and starts to warm us up or cools us down rapidly down here. It gets nasty cold. Around the Great Lakes, the lake effect snow machines will be going on into early January, and we ourselves will have more opportunities for snowflakes here. So don't think this winter may be slow to start. It's not uncommon for us to be warm in December in an El Nino year. I'll say that again. It's not uncommon to be warm in December, but then all the craziness may unfold as we move into January. So we'll see what happens. But I will tell you this, we're not exempt from snow. Even the long-range models, which still are trying to figure this all out, it puts a lot of blue across Kentucky and East Tennessee going in down the road. And again, none of these numbers mean anything to me other than the fact that the pattern is going to change. So just be prepared for it. Just say, yep, I'm going to resolve myself that tonight's the winter solstice, and then as we move into early next year, there will be multiple, we'll say, snow opportunities galore for those who are on Team Snow. Some of you, I think, are definitely on that team. By the way, current temperature, 28 degrees, no wind, feels like 28. And we have a 77% relative humidity. Valley Planner, because I want to get to your questions. If you have any clouds with hazy sun today, I suspect we should be around 47 at noon time today and should finish the day in the lower to mid 50s. About 55 for Knoxville, but many of us will be in that 53, 55 range before the end of this afternoon. I'll just say good morning to you. Are you done all your Christmas shopping? If you are, I got my little Santa hat because I'm ready for the holiday. This will be, I won't be doing a live tomorrow morning. I'm going to sleep in and spend some time with the family, as I hope you will too. And if you're a premium member, I'm going to keep updating you throughout the holiday. But I won't be putting on the tie and doing all the rest tomorrow morning, as I will enjoy much of the holiday as you will. By the way, I see Diane Bobinski. She says good morning. And I see Loco Geckos. Good Merry Christmas, everyone. Feliz Navidad to you, my friend. And Marilyn Bell says, hello, everyone watching here on YouTube. She says, Merry Christmas. I'm done with events, says Felicia, for the year. But remember to shop local for Christmas and support small businesses. I agree. Felicia, thank you for that message. That's a good reminder. Support our local businesses. Because you know what? They're local for a reason. They're here. And you're helping support your neighbor. And that's what it's all about this time of year. By the way, let me go back to Facebook because I've been on YouTube. Let's go back. I see Marilyn Sparkle Castillo. She says, good morning from Maryville. Get your coffee. She says it's 26 degrees here at 411 and 129. Thank you, Marilyn. That's very, very key. Eugene Widener says, thanks, David. Merry Christmas, Christmas. And Wanda Post says, are you going to be on Tuesday on Christmas? No, that it's going to turn cold. I will tell you this. I'm not working Christmas. Christmas Day was Monday. And I probably will be here Tuesday morning to give you an update. We'll see. But pretty sure that I will be obviously here next week. But I'm not leaving town. I'm here. But that's a good question. Danny says, good morning, David. Hope you have a great day. And go Vols. I'm thinking about football pretty soon, right? Obviously, college football. And, of course, our Vols. We're going to be excited about how all of this plays out to round out the year and into the new year. Now, precipitation chances. We talked about rain on Christmas. What is the probability? It's about 60%. Tuesday, I have us at 40%. It's one system. It's one event that's kind of spread out over 2 days. So it kind of unfolds. It might not be raining the first thing when you wake up. When you're opening presents, I don't know if it'll be raining. I don't think it will. I think it'll probably maybe be more like an afternoon event. If not, maybe an 10 a.m., 11 start. And many of you have already opened your presents between 10 and 11. But by 10, 11, they're already opened. So the rain might not be characterizing the whole day, but it certainly will be cloudy. So that's my Monday expectation for Christmas. Tuesday, some of the rain showers may linger, and that might be focused on Tuesday morning. There is some opportunities for possibly some rain on Wednesday. I'm going to revisit that later this afternoon. But the Storm Prediction Center does highlight some dark green areas, not today, but tomorrow. in parts of the southwest. I show this for every day for many reasons, to see if there's anything coming upstream in our direction. But this also has elements for travel purposes. So if you're traveling to Southern California, they may get some general thunderstorms today. Nothing going on here. Now tomorrow, I mentioned there is that dark green area, specifically near Phoenix. So if you're flying in and out of Phoenix, especially Tucson, this may actually include some isolated severe storms on Friday. Not sure if you're doing traveling, but sometimes it helps. And you can get all of this free on the Captain Accurate Weather app. My Captain Accurate Weather app has these Storm Prediction Center maps. Not every app has that. I will say that again. Not every app has that, but you have it if you have the free Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic. So you've got some possible severe weather tomorrow in southeastern sections of Arizona. Obviously, we're quiet. And then Saturday, the general thunderstorm risk starts to expand into Dallas, Houston, and into central sections of Oklahoma and Kansas. So there's going to be some thunderstorms there. But Saturday, we're going to be dry, maybe some drizzle. That's about all I expect. Now, this high-pressure dome isn't all that strong. If it were really strong, we probably would have just nothing but blue sky. But we're going to see these high clouds kind of persist, not only today, not only tomorrow, but also on Saturday. Some of the drizzle that you see showing up around St. Louis turns to rain showers. And possibly as we move into Saturday, there's where we might get a few drops of rain. You see why I say drizzle? I mean, you got to squint. There's a little green there, probably around, say, La Follette, right? It's 7:15 on Saturday, but it all falls apart or moves north. So that's why I said any drizzle that we see on Saturday is going to be pretty limited, and it may be confined to areas north of I-40. Sunday looks a little bit brighter and obviously going to be a lot warmer as we head into the lower 60s on Sunday. It is now 6:57. I'm going to get you out the door here. Futurecast, pick out your favorite town. By 9:30, we should be in the low 30s. I mentioned 47 at noontime if you're having lunch outside, or maybe you're on the go doing some errands. Maybe you have some gift cards to buy. Maybe a holiday card. Maybe you're mailing your Christmas cards. If that's the case, you got to get it there in a hurry. By the way, 54. About 55, I expect our high temperature to be. There's 55. And the time frame there is 4 o'clock. Got another note from you coming in, Kelly. Kelly says, good morning from Crossville, Tennessee. Good morning, Kelly. I'm glad to have you. I know you're an hour behind us. So it's really, I should say it's 5:57 for you. Well, it's 6:57 for us. Want a Merry Christmas to you. Wish you a Merry Christmas to Kelly. And William Lewis says, good morning, David. What is it looking like for the Troy-Duke game in the Birmingham Bowl Saturday? I'll have to do some research for you, William. I am not an encyclopedia, but I can look things up, and I'll leave a message in your comment later this morning. So thank you, William, for your time. And Linda Rice says, good morning, David. Merry Christmas to you and your family. And by the way, Lewis, you can always get the future radar on the Captain Accurate Weather app. You don't have to wait for my update, but I will update you here a little bit later this morning. By the way, as we go to 55 today, look for more clouds, at least high clouds, for much of the overnight period. As I mentioned, we'll drop down to about 34. Mid-30s as a general rule in the valley. A little bit colder where Kelly is, 32 for Crossville. So it's around freezing, but at least it's not the 20s like it's been the last couple of mornings. And then by the time we hit Friday, should be in the upper 50s. I have us about 58 on Friday, and then some drizzle on Saturday. So here's your forecast at 6:58. I'm going to finish on time. 55, double nickels, clouds, mainly high clouds, hazy sunshine, much like yesterday. Some of you were in awe. I had some questions about the altocumulus clouds we had yesterday, mid to high level clouds. And they go, oh, it's pretty. What is this formation? And that's what it is. So you're going to find that again today, but the winds are going to be hardly moving either today or tonight. Speaking of today, 55 for La Follette, Middlesboro, 56 for Tellico Plains, looking for a high in Kingston at 54. If you're traveling, and many of you might be on this very Thursday, about 55 for the Tri-Cities, 56 for Charlotte. Not that much warmer in Atlanta. If you're going south, they'll be about a degree warmer than we are at 56, while it might be 58 in Columbia and Augusta, Georgia. Memphis should be around 59 degrees today. So for tonight, 34. I moved it up a couple of degrees, so enough cloud cover will keep the cooling process or slow it down. So we're not going to get that cold, but it's pretty close. I mean, it's still close to freezing. Chilly, and light and variable winds as well. Tonight we're down about 32 for Crossville, 32 for Oak Ridge, and 33 for Morristown. That's my expectation for tonight. You can thank the clouds for not getting as cold. Now, here is your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville and East Tennessee. I expect 58 tomorrow. That's the warming trend because we go to Saturday at 61. Sunday, Christmas Eve, 63. Santa may have to lose the jacket. He's like, it's too warm. Well, maybe not. He's going to keep the jacket on. He is roly-poly. By the way, warmer on Christmas Eve. I have rain showers on Monday. Those will be developing throughout the late morning into the afternoon. 63 on Tuesday, and I mentioned Wednesday. If we become mostly sunny, it won't be for long, as there may need to be added a little bit of rain opportunities there too. This storm system might be slower to budge, but we'll keep an eye on that for next week. But just want to say again, thank you for all of your support. As I mentioned, I will not be doing a video tomorrow morning. You can look. I'll be updating my premium members, so go to CaptainAccurate.com. But I want you to join me. And don't forget, the winter solstice is in fact tonight. So that is at 10:27. I'll try and send out a tweet for those of you who are up late tonight. 10:27 is when we'll officially enter the winter season astronomically. By the way, if you want to know more about what I'm thinking for the rest of the winter, and I say because we still have all of January, all of February, which is a leap year, so we have 29 days, February. And then all of March, my winter weather outlook is now online. It's a 15-minute video. You can watch it if you're on Captain Accurate Premium. This is the URL that you'll want to access, and this URL can be easily found at CaptainAccurate.com. You're the first to see my snow forecast. You're the first to see a lot of my forecasts. All my forecasts, my premium members get a chance to see early on. So it's actually on the same exact Facebook page that you're on right now. It's like 2 streams of information. The premium service is only $4.99 a month. What a great stocking stuffer. And that averages out to 16 cents a day. I know, my premium members know, because they've been with me, many of them, for over a year, that they're getting more than 16 cents worth of information per day, because I post continuously throughout the day and evening. So just check it out if you want to check it out for a stocking stuffer idea for the weather fan in your life. And maybe that's you. Maybe that's you. I've got school teachers, I've got truck drivers, I've got retirees, students, you name it. People of all walks of life who just want to know what's going to happen next. So we focus on what's the next big thing down the road. We focus on, we've been talking about Elvis's birthdays forecast. We've been looking at mid-January. We're way out in the future. If that's where you want to be, check us out. I think you'll be impressed with what we do. Anyway, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate. Merry Christmas to you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.